Nick Cage as Dracula, sign me up. Hey, if Nick Cage is acting crazy, I'm there, baby, day one. Renfield. I caught an early screening at Alamo Drafthouse, and it is the cheesiest and least funny thing I've seen in a long time.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you okay? I need to get out of a toxic relationship.
Why don't you start by telling us what brought you here?
My boss, he's different.
You can't get him out of your head.
No.
I need your assistance.
I'm coming, Master! Oh, you feel like he could destroy you with the snap of his fingers.
Wouldn't even need to snap.
Every time I see a movie with this budget that is this unfunny, I have the same thought, and it's, don't these people live in Los Angeles? Can't you walk into literally any comedy club and find the first breathing human you find there? You won't even have to share screenwriting credits. They are starving and will work for scraps. They can't be laughing on set. There's just no way. They have to know it's bad. Who wrote this piece of shit? Ryan Ridley. Oh my god, I recognize this guy. Holy shit, this is the Rick and Morty guy. Dude, okay. This is the guy I know before I even looked that he wrote for Rick and Morty, because I've seen that behind the scenes thing.
Oh! Hey! Get up on out of here! Mr. Jokes! Mr. Jokes! Oh man, this is Mr. Jokes. Hey, Mr. Jokes, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good! Yeah? Hey! Yeah, what's that? What did the paper say to the pencil? I don't know, Mr. Jokes, what's that? He said, get up on out of here!
Jesus, dude. Yep, Rick and Morty. Ghosted. Some other bullshit. Rick and Morty's funny mostly. This is appalling. I don't know what to say. I don't know why I saw this. Actually, I do know why. It's because, well, here's the thing. I saw the trailer for this movie and I was like, nope. But then tonight I was bored and I had nothing to do, and I saw that Alamo had a pre-screening, so I was like, it might be fun. I've heard it's violent. That could be interesting. All the violence is with awful CG plug-in effects from like Windows Movie Maker. There's like the comical blood fountains that look like clip art. Truly. Yeah, so that's not fun. None of it's fun. The funniest part of the evening was that they live streamed an interview with Nick Cage immediately following the film, and this woman from E! News or some shit asked him, like, so tell me, he's like, tell me what it is about the character of Dracula that like brought you to, made you see, what made you get into the head of someone that wants to eat people and fucking get the fucking steak and that and vampire. And he's like, what's fascinating about Dracula is that it's a tale as old as time, and it's supernatural, but it's not. Truly, it's about humans. It's about the desire for connection and human. Is there anything more nauseating than watching actors pontificate about their craft? Mr. Cage, you've been in 1,000 shitty movies, and they were all for a paycheck. Cheers. If you do go see this turd, I highly recommend that you play the same game that I did, which is that you try to predict what the character is going to say before they say it. It is, it's not difficult. Awkwafina's a loose cannon, baby. Renfield, he's got a troubled past, but he's got a heart of gold. A couple scenes I want to talk about. The first one, which really made me laugh, is that Awkwafina is surrounded by mobsters and like corrupt policemen, right? She's literally surrounded 360 degrees by people pointing guns at her, okay? And she's like, a Renfield's in the back of a cop car tied up or some shit, right? So, to get out of the situation, what I expected was that someone would come save her heroically, or Renfield would break out of his shit and come save her. But what instead happens, which was delightful, is that she reaches down, pulls her gun out of her holster, and shoots a light in the distance, which like creates sparks and makes it dark, and then the 40 police officers and mobsters that was surrounding her, they get distracted enough for her to run to the nearest cop car, hop in, and drive away safely. And they're shooting her, but she's ducking. It's good stuff. That's good stuff. I mean, the idea that like as soon as she reaches, the first movement, her hands are down here. The first like right hand to hip movement, 35 bullets into her face. But she's just too quick for that, man. She's too quick for it. It's good stuff. The other one I consider a missed opportunity. It was an obvious setup for a joke that I thought of, and I think that everyone else in the theater thought of, and they didn't do. But I think it would have made me laugh because it's a good punchline setup joke, and it's in the trailer. So Renfield is part of this support group for narcissists. He's a codependent, and he's codependent on a narcissist, right? That's the support group. So his boss is Dracula, obviously, and everyone else is like, there's like a running gag of him describing Dracula's actions, and everyone being like, "Oh, dude, that's crazy. My, Waffle House, this bitch at Waffle House treats me the same way," right? So that's the setup. Eventually, Dracula, this is in the trailer, so no spoilers. Eventually, Dracula does come into the meeting, and he's walking with his cane all dramatically, and it's like super close-ups and music, and everything's dark, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And someone's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Some call me the Lord of Death."
Hi, are you here for the meeting? Well, come on. No!
Some call me the Dark One, others the Lord of Death. To most, I am Dracula.
That's the moment in a comedy where you'd have everyone else go, "Hi, Dracula." Because it's a support group. It's like AA. Shit, whatever. That is the joke, right? That should have been there. Why was that not there? I thought of that. Anyway, I don't have any more notes because we had to turn our phones off completely for the screening. All I can say is that I do not recommend this film. Save your money. Go see the Lego Movie 4 times or whatever. I haven't seen it, but it's like a $250 million already or some shit. Go watch that. It's probably fine. Stick around. Subscribe. Love ya.